Assalamu alaikum. I hope you're all doing great today. Today's statement is titled From the Caliph of Allah over the world to Xi Jinping, the President of China. The statement was written on the 22nd of May 2020 by the awaited Imam Mahdi, Nasser Mohammed Al-Yamani. This statement is recited to you by one of his supporters. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, peace be upon the messengers and praise be to Allah, Lord of the worlds. O my beloved righteous forerunner supporters in all countries, concentrate exclusively on our statements written about the coronavirus, and in these days concentrate intensively on publishing the statement I wrote titled Coronavirus and the decisive statement that is not to be taken for amusement. And know you with knowledge of certainty that there is healing for what is in the chests and guidance and mercy for the believers. And Allah is witness and disposer upon what I say. Except for he who refused and was arrogant after the truth has become clear to him. So do not grieve over the guilty and arrogant ones. And away with the unjust people who, if the way of the truth towards their Lord becomes clear to them, they do not adopt it out of arrogance and delusion. Then they will invoke upon themselves destruction. And they will never find besides Allah a protector or a helper to avert his torment from them as long as they are acting arrogantly towards the global caller to Allah, calling to follow his book, the great Quran, the mercy to the words. And whoever refuses the mercy of Allah out of arrogance towards the Caliph and servant of Allah, the Imam Mahdi Nasser Muhammad Al-Yamani, the Grand Caliph of Allah in the book, there is for him the most severe torment from Allah. How could they act arrogantly towards the Caliph of Allah? Hence those will obtain a share of the torment for being deceived by their arrogance, while they are in the sight of Allah humiliated and of no importance. In line with the word of Allah the Exalted. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. أَوَمَنْ كَانَ مَيْتًا فَأَحْيَيْنَاهُ وَجَعَلْنَا لَهُ نُورًا يَمْشِي بِهِ فِي النَّاسِ كَمَنْ مَثَلُهُ فِي الظُّلُمَاتِ لَيْسَ بِخَارِجٍ مِنْهَا كَذَلِكَ زُيِّنَ لِلْكَافِرِينَ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَا فِي كُلِّ قَرْيَةٍ أَكَابِرَ مُجْرِمِيهَا لِيَمْكُرُوا فِيهَا وَمَا يَمْكُرُونَ إِلَّا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ وإذا جاءتهم آية قالوا لن نؤمن حتى نؤتي مثل ما أوتي رسل الله الله أعلم حيث يجعل رسالته سيصيب الذين أجرموا صغار عند الله وعذاب شديد بما كانوا يمكرون. The invisible soldiers of Allah that cannot be seen by the naked eye due to their tiny size are still launching their global war continuously night and day 24 hours a day without break, and they relent not. They are the so-called coronavirus, and it is not actually the coronavirus, but the apparent similarity in the shape with the viruses that are already known to them has deluded them in the beginning. However, it is entirely different in its genes and behavior. But its name, corona, as they thought it to be at first, took the lead in the media, and it was on everybody's lips, even though it is entirely different than all of the viruses. Yet at first it was similar in shape to other viruses, but genetically different. And I swear by Allah whom there is no God but Him, the one the overpowering, that the virus is a cloven and a split living organism, and what is yet to come is most disastrous and most bitter. And it will be a widespread evil from which all doctors will turn their backs in retreat. Moreover, it is a living organism that is new to mankind, and it is destroying the science of medical physics, and it will make the knowledge of mankind concerning the medical physical science equal to zero, as they do not encompass it in knowledge. But the coming ferocious virus, in which they will be in despair, is the severest in power and might in its extreme torment. Not only at the level of the respiratory system, but there is no comparison between COVID-19 viruses and the coming ferocious virus. Xi Jinping, the president of China, who claims that they have controlled the torment of Allah the Lord of the words, glorified and sublimely exalted is He, and they know that they are liars. And I get tidings of new virus types to come to the atheists in China, and to the likes of them of the guilty leaders of humans, and to all the wrongdoers and the mischief makers. That will be a thunderous and a ferocious virus, which is the fiercest of all the viruses, the mightiest and the strongest in exemplary punishment. Indeed, there is no comparison between it and the so-called COVID-19, as it is a virus from which the armies of medical scientists will turn back fleeing and not return. They will be defeated, all of them altogether. So the World Health Organization will collapse and become empty and fall into utter ruin, and they will not avail you anything against the punishment of Allah, and they will not even be able to help you or to help you themselves. So here, listen to and understand what I will say to you. These new viruses have a great leader that you are not co-equal or comparable to, that is God. His minor soldiers take orders directly from him, through what he inspires to them, and they do what they are commanded from the source of operations, who is the supreme commander, that is your Lord, the Most High in the realm of the heavens and the earth. He directly inspires to his minor soldiers what they should do, so they do as they are commanded, and he is with them, with the words of his power. Exalted is he. Such is Allah, the Lord of the words, that you deviate by blaspheming him, O President of China, Xi Jinping, who declared war on Allah, his religion, his Quran, and on the Chinese Muslims, publicly and openly in broad daylight, and closed down the mosques in China. He even prevented the Muslims from praying at their homes, and burned the Book of Allah, the Great Quran, in aggression and injustice. O President of China, Xi Jinping, listen to and understand what I will say with truth. I swear by Allah the Great, that you will open the mosques, and you are of the humble, and all of those who close the mosques with the excuse of the protective measures have wronged themselves, and will surely open them, and run to them. Indeed, I am truthful, and you will come to know. Anyway, all the righteous forerunner supporters from all countries focus solely on publishing our free statements about coronavirus. Most importantly, the statement I wrote titled Coronavirus and the decisive statement that is not to be taken for amusement. And know you with certainty that therein is healing for what is in the chest, and guidance and mercy for the believers. Peace be upon the messengers, and praise be to Allah, Lord of the words. The Caliph and the servant of Allah, Imam Mahdi Nasser Mohammed Al-Yamani. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.